Hello, JD Leger here with video number 2, 12 days till surgery day. It's getting closer. I am going to be stopping my NSAIDs in 2 days. I got to stop 10 days before surgery, which scares me a little bit because I suffer with back pain, sciatica pain, and so without my NSAIDs, I'm probably going to be hurting for a while, but you can't take them once you have the surgery. So that has me a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping that the loss of weight will help with the overall back pain. Because as it stands now, I get pain so bad that, like, when I was cooking dinner in the kitchen, I'd have to put a stool in there just to take sitting breaks because standing for long periods of time really hurt, which is tough because I'm in PA school now and I'm going through my clinical year. And there's a lot of times where we're rounding on patients and standing for hours on end, or I'll be in a procedure or a surgery and it'll be several hours long. Like I sat in on a cabbage surgery, which is it's essentially a heart bypass surgery, and it was 9.5 hours long, and that was rough. So another one of the reasons that I'm going through this now is because I'm getting older and the weight is difficult. And I'll be honest, as a provider, most providers that I work around are fit, A-type personalities. They jog, they really take care of themselves. They eat well. And I feel like I stand out being really out of shape and in pain and old. And so I know I'm not that old, relatively speaking, but in a world of student providers, I'm very old. And I feel it. So I want to go back to one of the reasons, actually the main reason that I'm having this surgery is not because I'm looking for the easy way out. This is something I've struggled with my whole life, and I've tried every dieting method, from the cabbage soup diet to fasting. I did this one fast where you had to drink like 2 gallons of salt water, and that was brutal. Violent vomiting. That was horrible. I did fen-phen, which some of you younger people may not have heard of. I know phentermine was one of the drugs. I don't remember what the other drug was, but it was like this combination. Turned out to be really bad for you. It was bad for your liver. I've done the Ozempic, even the Wegovy, which is the weight loss dosage. It did nothing for me, nothing at all. I don't know. I've tried many different Topamax. I mean, like so many different drugs, and going to the gym and working out, which is hard when you're in chronic pain. Working out is very difficult, but I try to push through it. I've done lots of methods. I go for walks every day. I walk my dog. It's just like the older you get, the harder it is to lose the weight. And I'm a bit of a foodie. I do love food. I'm not a kind of person that sits down and eats a whole pizza or anything like that. I don't even like pizza. But I do occasionally have junk food out of convenience, not out of choice, really. As a parent and you're running around with your kids, you got to get a meal in while you're in transitioning, or maybe doing it with... Are you seeing this light fluctuating on and off? I don't know what that is. But yeah, I have eaten poorly. Like one of the worst things at night, I'll study. I'll be sitting on my butt at my desk here and end up hitting the fridge, grazing. But it's something I've always struggled with. As a kid, I was called bubble butt. I was called pickle butt. I wish I knew that I wasn't that fat looking back in hindsight. But then I felt like a really fat kid and wasn't very athletic. And, it's always been a struggle with me, my weight. When I was a cigarette smoker, I quit when my 20-year-old daughter was in utero. And I put on so much weight after that. And then every kid I put on like sympathetic pregnancy weight. And it's just been difficult. I reached a max of 256 pounds. That's the most I've ever weighed in my life. And that was really just, I can't do it anymore. insulin dependent diabetic, hypertension, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, sleeping with a CPAP. It was time. It was time to make a change. And so I'm doing it now. I'm 12 days away from surgery. I'm nervous, but I'm going to get through this because it's not going to be easy, but I'm willing to do the work. So I'll keep you posted on every step of the way. I'm still on my OptiFast shake diet. I do 5 shakes a day. I get 3 flavors. I get chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. That gets boring after a while. I went and bought some sugar-free flavorings to add, like to the chocolate. I'll add coconut flavoring or salted caramel flavoring. To the vanilla, I have to use Metamucil, and it's orange flavored Metamucil, so I'll add that to the vanilla. And instead of adding water, I use sugar-free orange soda and ice and blend it, and it's like a creamsicle. It's pretty good, but it's about finding ways to create your own variety. But yep, still getting through it. I'm not hungry at all. I just suffer with the desire of wanting food. But, like my wife, they'll order food, or my wife will cook, and she's a wonderful cook, and the smells are divine. And it's rough. That part's rough because the desire doesn't go away, but the hunger does. So I'm well into ketosis. I can tell because my breath is horrendous. But I'm losing weight. I've lost 18 pounds so far just in 2 weeks. So that's it for today. Check with me for my next video. All right. Thanks. Subscribe down below.